Melanie, I see here you got a two-step 100K account, and it looks like you got a payment process ready of $2,380. That sound about right?
Sure does.
Awesome. And where you from? Where you live?
I live in Pennsylvania.
Oh, Pennsylvania. Okay. Well, I'm across the country. I'm over here in Kansas, so not
Oh,
too awful
nice.
far away. Yeah, yeah, by Kansas City. So welcome,
Oh,
welcome.
okay.
Are you closer to
Thanks.
the Pittsburgh side or the Philly side?
The Philly side.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, hey, how did you get started trading?
Well, I've always had a fascination for it. I swear, like, I don't know, I was like 17 or 18, and I was just like so fascinated by the charts and everything. And I didn't get into it for, I don't know, probably about 5 years. And then I joined like one of those, it's like options, I guess it was. And like with a
Uh-huh.
coach, and they're like, all right, like every morning we're gonna, you gotta go long on this, I'm gonna go short on this. And before I knew it, I just lost like
Yeah.
$5,000, which was
Right.
insane. And then I got out of it. And actually they got busted because they were a firm out of, I don't know, I want to say like somewhere in Europe. I'm not really sure where.
Hmm.
And so about 5 years later, I actually got a check for the 5,000 from the government, from the FCC.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so I was like, wow, thank God for that. But after that, I kind of said to myself, well, if I'm going to go back into trading, I want to do it the right way. I want to, study everything. I want it to be me, not somebody telling me
Right.
what to do because
You don't want a
anything I would
signal service. You want taught how to fish rather than people given the fish. Yeah.
exactly. And then losing all the fish because I don't know how to fish.
Right. Storing the fish. I got you. So, no, that's excellent. So what exactly is it that you trade?
So I got into Forex about 5 years ago. And I actually started trading with a firm. I'm still with them. Um,
Mhm.
and it was one of those things where you kind of pay into the program, then they teach you everything, and then you pass account after account, and then you're funded. But then you have, for me, it was like the whole psychology after that, like where I'm battling my own psychology, where I'm just like, the fear and the greed and the like, so I made a lot of money and then I lost it all. And then I would make a lot of money and then lose it all. So it's
Mhm.
like one of those cycles. Um, and so I've been kind of bouncing around, like doing prop firms and, trying to find what's what works for me, strategies, because, like there's a million strategies and there's a
Right.
million indicators, and we all get stuck like, oh, this is gonna be great. And then it's just like, oh my gosh, like it's
Before
just, and
reality
before you know it,
slaps us.
right, right.
Yep.
And before you know it, your chart looks a mess, and then you're not winning anything. And it's just like, all right, how do I simplify this? And so there's a lot to it. Like it's not a quick, rich money scheme for sure. Like it's
Yeah.
a
Right.
passion.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way it's sold to us at first, huh? It's like, oh, it's a slot
Sure.
machine. Just go pull the handle. You'll make all kinds of money.
Yeah,
But and it sounds like you did early on, but then like you said, you lost it. So it sounds like the risk management
right.
wasn't quite on point. Is that fair to say at first?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I mean, risk management and I swear that is the psychology part of it too. That's so
Hmm.
important. Like, and being disciplined. That's the hardest thing is like finding what kind of trader you are and your discipline and being disciplined to actually follow your discipline.
Right.
So
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta find your discipline, but you gotta obey your rules, right? It's as simple as that. Yeah. No, I like
right,
how you said a million different ways to trade. Yeah, I always say trading is just like Edison and his thousand light bulb,
right,
prototypes. I mean, you just got
right.
to keep trying and trying till you figure out which one fits you, because what works for you may not work for me. What works for me may not work for you, right? So it just depends on
Absolutely.
everybody's character and personality. No, that's great. So. Do you what do you have a specific strategy that you like to trade, like supply demand, support resistance,
I
indicator?
kind of look at everything. I look at different, I try to get confluence as much as possible,
Hmm.
with different points, and depends on what you're trading. Like I'm also kind of getting into futures, which is
Okay.
crazy, but it's just
Yeah.
fascinating as well. So I'm like, well, might as well Forex, gold, futures,
Just do it all, right?
stocks, at some point.
Multi-asset.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
if you know how to read the charts, at some point it's kind of like, all right, well, let's try this. Maybe this is
Yep.
it, or just
Yeah.
always experimenting.
Yeah, no, I was a lot the same. I started with Forex too, and then I've kind of branched out into some gold, silver, Bitcoin, a couple of indices. So, no, you kind of figure out how the inner market works, and then you start seeing, okay, this moves this, this moves this. So it's like you said,
Right.
when you figure out how to read a chart, you can pretty much trade a lot of, about anything. It's just a matter of kind of learning the nuances of that particular asset
Right.
class. So, no, I
Right.
like that. I like that. And so is it safe to say you're primarily technical trader, or do you use fundamentals?
Oh, for sure. For sure. But I mean, at the same time, you have to look at like Forex Factory, for example, and see what are major events that are going to move the market one way or the other so that you don't get caught in that, you know? So I
Hmm.
usually try to look into that too and like, all right, what are major things and stay out of the market those times or
Right.
I'm not a news trader. So I'm just like, so I don't really look at the news. I'm just like making sure that I'm not going to get stuck in some roller coaster.
Well, you're already better than most traders saying that you're not a news trader because so many times people do that, right? Then they wonder why they
Right.
lost. So excellent. Well,
Right.
do you by chance have a way to share your screen as far as just showing on a chart what you're looking at? Is that something that you have the
Um,
ability to do? If you want, it's up to you, of course. So a lot of times the traders
um,
like to see on a chart, what they're doing.
yeah.
So long as you're not giving
Um,
away the secret sauce, right?
I know, right? Prepared. I mean, I can show you I mean, I have trading view and like my charts and everything I look at, but I mean, they're all kind of in the open with all of
Oh,
the
that's
secret
fine.
sauce.
No, that's totally fine. No, that's fine. Sometimes traders are fine with it, sometimes they're not. So yeah, I know we've had a few of these interviews where they didn't want to, give away the secret sauce. So that's totally understandable. No, no worries. We can move on. What do you think would be the most memorable moment in your trading career? Maybe a huge winner, a huge loser, even.
Honestly, I think is like those painful moments that teach you so much. So for me, I was trying to be disciplined, but like I'm also one of those people that like I love adventure and I love like off the cuff things and like I'm spontaneous. And so sometimes I'm kind of like, well, I'm wide awake, why not trade? And it's like, and then before
Yep.
you know it, you're not, it's midnight your time, and it's just like, oh, this is gonna be a quick trade. So I got stuck in a JPY GBP trade,
Hmm.
and everything was going great. And I was just like, all right, I should close it out. And before I know it, it's like start sliding, start sliding, start sliding. And before I knew it, I was like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. I ended up being $7,000 in the hole
Woo.
by morning time. And I was just like paralyzed. I had never been in such a large loss where I was like, it's gonna turn around, it's gonna turn around. And I just kept staring like all night long to the
Yep.
stupid
Yep.
chart.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
it was like traumatic. Like I was paralyzed. I was paralyzed with fear. I couldn't
Yep.
even press the button. I was like, what am I gonna do? So with my trading coach, I was like, I texted him like at 4 in the morning or excuse me, 5. And then once he woke up like at 7, he was just like, get out of the trade, get out of the trade. And I'm like,
Yep.
okay, bye.
So did that teach maybe a lesson on just making sure you have a line in the sand? Maybe make sure that stop loss is there at all times?
Right. And that's the problem too, is like I kept moving my stop loss. It's gonna get better. It's
Oh,
gonna get
okay.
better. Like,
Yep.
like I don't want to lose $300. And before you know it, it's $7,000 later. And I'm just
Yeah.
like paralyzed. It was a teaching lesson for sure.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
will never ever do that again.
As bad as that sounds, that's normal. I mean, I've done it. Sam, that was just on here with us, he's done it. We've all done it.
Oh,
We've all moved
really?
stops thinking,
Okay. Well, that's
okay,
reassuring.
oh yeah, absolutely. No, it's in a way you've become a statistic like the rest of us, right? There's nothing wrong with it. No, because I've done it before. Like I trade supply and demand, so I always put a stop loss below, and then oftentimes I would see, okay, price has moved through my zone. It's getting close to my stop loss. Okay, look, if I look down and to the left, I see another support. Maybe I can
Right.
drop it
Yeah,
below that. Yeah, exactly. So no,
exactly.
yeah, you're right there with all of us. That's just part of learning, part of going through the pain. We learn more from our losses than we do our winners, right? That's just the way
Yeah,
it
right.
works. So, no,
Right, right.
excellent. So as far as the psychology and the emotion of that, it sounds like you reached out to your trading coach and yeah, what was his advice for you on that? Like, how did you overcome that for the future trading?
Well, to obey your stop loss, to don't
Obey.
move your
Yeah.
stop loss,
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
disciplined in that regard. And he's just like, don't trade at midnight. Like,
Yeah.
but
Right. Nothing good
but like
happens after 2 a.m., right?
right, that's what they say, but like for me, regarding Forex, for some reason, I really like the Asian market.
Yep.
Like I think it moves really nicely sometimes. Like I like it. I was preferring it more than the American market. So I was like, and I'm awake, like I'm insomniac sometimes. And so it's just
Yep.
like, well,
I hear
why
you.
not? But All right, maybe so.
Yeah. And do you have a specific pair or a couple pairs that you prefer, or you just kind of go through all the 28 major minor pairs?
Um, well, I try to follow volatility.
Volatility? Okay.
Try to see if what's moving the most, and then I try to
Yeah.
trade that. Otherwise you get stuck in the charts for 3 days and nothing's moving on. So
Yeah, no, I'm exactly the same way. I mean, I try to find the highest ATR pairs, something that's going to move 80, 90, 100 pips a day on average. I'm kind of
right,
with you in that camp. Like I don't trade a lot of euro pound because it only moves 40 pips in a day.
right.
I always say I want to trade something that's got gusto and it's not moving like molasses. So, no, I feel like
Well, yeah.
I'm right there with you, right there with you. And let me ask you, how's your experience been so far with Hola Prime? Just like a
Great.
yeah,
It's been great. It's easy interface. Everything is easy. It's easy trading. Communication's been great. Yeah,
yeah,
no problem, no
no
issues.
complaint. No
No
news is
complaints
good
at
news,
all.
right?
That's right.
Nice. And have you had experience with other prop firms before us?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean I can name them, but there's a
Yeah.
bunch. There's
Oh, yeah. So, okay. So you're a connoisseur, a connoisseur
Yeah.
of the prop firms. No, that's great. Well, we're glad that you
Yeah.
made it here with us. What's the future hold for you? Are you looking to scale that 100K account or go
Um,
higher?
maybe I would like
Maybe.
that.
Yeah.
I gotta, build up that confidence, I think.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, the step that you've taken, I mean, especially with having 2,300 bucks coming your way, that's really the hardest step, right? It's just a matter of just kind of slowly building upon that. So just to pass a phase one, phase two, and then get your first, your first payment, you're already miles ahead of the average person. So congrats on that. I mean, yeah,
Thank you.
that's looking really good. And something that I've wanted to ask, especially with female traders, you don't see enough female traders. I just want to know what your advice might be towards other women that might be interested in the industry, but maybe they're afraid because it's a male-dominated sport, so to speak. So, what's your thoughts on
Right. I think follow your passion. If
that?
if you're a female trader and you are passionate about it, just push ahead, push ahead. There's plenty of icons. Um, I forget her name, but there's like it on YouTube. If you look like female icon trading icons, like there's a couple of traders, female traders, like from the 80s that were actually in the pits with the guys.
Yeah.
That is
Yep.
like, oh my gosh, and we're really successful. So it's like, amen, if they can do that, like nowadays we're trading behind a computer. Like, I mean,
Exactly.
it's
Totally
not like we're in the
different.
pits where the guy's like, hey,
Huh?
hey.
Feller kill, feller
Yeah,
kill.
yeah. Go short
Yeah,
on this, go short on this.
I think I might have seen that. Yeah, I've seen some of those documentaries where there's a couple women traders. It's like, I think, look, in my opinion, there needs to be more because I think women have better intuition. Us guys, we can become kind of macho and take crazy risk, right? But
Yeah,
but women are just more mellowed out when it comes to that. And I think it's great that you're leading by example and maybe you could be
thank
the
you.
kind of the Amelia Earhart of the company, right? Just kind of help pioneer and get some more ladies involved because they really are some good traders, whether they know it or not. So, no,
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh,
Well,
that's awesome.
so you've kind of been through the process. You got your first payout coming. What tips would you possibly have for new traders? Maybe they're just looking to get into trading. Maybe they're just looking to try a prop firm out for the first time. Just any
Okay.
30,000 foot view advice that you'd like to give our viewers on that?
Oh, that's sweet. 30,000 feet foot for you. I like that.
Yep.
Um, I think just, like I said before, like follow your passion, as in like put in the time to study, and really, really know what you're getting yourself into. It's not a, get rich quick scheme by any means.
Right.
It is a passionate thing, but you just gotta know your charts and know what you're looking for, and then just, get in and try it out. Try in the
Yeah.
challenges, and if I failed once, I mean, I've failed a bunch of times. This is a ton of times, and I just keep going. I keep going, keep going. Now here I am. So I'm
Don't quit,
excited
right?
about that. And yeah, we can all do it. If I can do it, you guys can all do it.
Yeah. It sounds so cliche. If I could do it, you could do it, but it really is true. I mean, I tell people all the time, trading, the basics of trading is simple. It's just all the nuances that take time to really master. It takes the screen time. It takes maybe some good
Right.
books, to read to just get an idea of the psychology about how it all works. And then you just you just
Right.
work little by little each day to put the puzzle pieces together. So no,
Exactly.
that's excellent. That's excellent. Well, yeah, well, I appreciate your time. You got any last thoughts for us as we send you off for the
No,
day?
no,
Get back
I'm
to-
excited to be here. Hola Prime is great. And yeah, looking forward to more challenges and bigger scaling up and
Yeah,
yeah, all
excellent.
of it.
Yeah, just leave it open ended. And by the way, I got to say, I love your Matrix background.
Oh, thank you.
That is the best. All right. All right. Well, I
Old
do.
school. It's old school.
Well, yeah, one of my favorite movies ever, I might add.
Me
I
too.
might go watch it after this.
Right?
All right. All right. Well, Melanie Olson, congrats on your $2,380 payment coming out soon. And with
Thank you.
that, everybody stay tuned. We'll be doing some more of these Trader Stories videos for YouTube coming up soon. So with that, Melanie, cheers. Appreciate your time and good
Cheers.
luck to you going
Nice.
forward. Okay.
Thank you, Tiger. Nice to meet you. Bye,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. You too. Bye.
Hola Prime. Trade with transparency.